Today's history lesson is about Abigail Adams. She was born on November 22nd, 1744. And she wasn't just the wife of John Adams, our second president. She was one of the most brilliant minds of the Revolutionary era and an early advocate for women's rights. Abigail Adams was born to a prominent family, but because she was a woman, she did not receive a formal education. So she taught herself. She read everything from Shakespeare to political philosophy. And her thirst for knowledge, let's just say it paid off. When she married John Adams in 1764, they weren't just romantic partners, they were intellectual partners as well. And they wrote letters back and forth to each other. These letters were packed with discussion about politics, philosophy, and even the future of America. And of course, the most famous line from one of her letters to her husband was, "Remember the ladies." She said, "Remember the ladies and be more generous and favorable to them than your ancestors." This was her famous plea in 1776, as she knew her husband would be a part of building the new nation once they beat England. And this letter was iconic because she also said if men didn't remember the ladies and exclude them from the new government, they just might foment a rebellion. Now, she wasn't just for women's rights. She was also a fierce opponent of slavery. She called it a foul contagion. And by the way, while John Adams was out shaping the new nation, Abigail was at their home raising their kids and tending to their big farm. One of her sons, John Quincy Adams, would go on to become the 6th president of the United States. Next time you think about the American Revolution, don't just remember the founding fathers. Remember the ladies, like Abigail Adams. Because her intellect, courage, and advocacy for justice remind us that women have always been history makers, even when history tries to leave them out.